Welcome to Christ College, Ribhoi. Established in 2022 by the Carmelite Sisters of St. Teresa, we offer a 4-year undergraduate program in subjects like economics, education, English, geography, history, khasi, political science, and sociology. Boost your learning with VAC, SEC, MDC, and AEC courses, or gain practical skills through vocational training in tailoring, embroidery, and mushroom cultivation. At Christ College, learning is joyful, holistic, and life-shaping. Admissions open now. Visit our website or contact the college office to know more. Christ College, where dreams take flight.
Dr. Elankumaran ke ubala pentebit bha ban Sumar ya Jingpang Dohnud la new liver ulawan bantre ha Appollo Trinity Clinic lain kra Shillong kabadang shupli shen ban Sumar ki nongpang ki basitom ha kaliang Dohnud udkhat met bakongsan ha kamet jong briu. Dr. Elankumaran ula pentebit ya ladi ha ki pangjing start ban Sumar ya Jingpang babunjat ha Dohnud. Ulay thu ikilat pathai Khubor ba ulay yo jing tip ba ki bun bha ki briu ki ba yo jing shitom ba bun jat hau Dohnud. Ulay thu ru kumba kalong menta ki jing Sumar batikana bat ba bha yo niu dukhat met bakong san hau briu ki dang duna haduk kata-kata hari India barok kawai. Ulong ka jing don jeng ni kalat Sumar Dohnud ha Appollo 20 Clinic ha Shillong kalong ka jing kerku ka bakrawi ki pai ba ka ni ka jela. Ya ke Appollo Hospital lasdang ha Chennai, Tamil Nadu, bat menta kala penyar ki tenat ki babon ki jela jong kari India ulay thu. Ulay thu ki daw bagi briu ki yo jeng shitam hau Dohnud ki bakentup ya ke jing di kiat kerni, ke jing lemun palat ya ke jing bam umpnyang, ke jing kerni ban bam ya ke jing bam ha ki rut surak, bat na ke Jingpang hepatitis B. Ula kintui ki pai ba ban yale ban bam ya ke jing bam ke bepishat hi halaying lasem ula ong. Ulay thu ya kador ban bujli Dohnud ha kani kapor ka kenjo syaka arpau hadu arpusan lak tengka.
Meet dear friends of press in Shillong. I feel very honored and privileged to be here today with you all. This is my first visit to Appollo Trinity Medical Center to start off the liver health clinics for the people of Meghalaya. I am Dr. Elankumaran, the head of liver department at Appollo Hospitals, Chennai, which you all know is the birthplace of Appollo Hospitals and a marvelous center where all these specialties have been reached at their journey. So, as you are all aware, liver diseases are increasing all over the world. And in the same context, when I look back into the statistics of health at Meghalaya, definitely liver problems are on the rise and one of the major issues, especially alcohol-related liver disorders, because the average liquor consumption is 32.4% of the entire population, which is much higher than the average elsewhere. And as we all know, continuous high amount of alcohol intake directly damages the liver. And the sad thing is that it presents only at a very late stage. The next major health issue I would like to highlight today is about hepatitis C. We all know about COVID virus, how it affects the lung. We have taken vaccination, we take all the precautions, and we have overcome COVID. But for several decades now, the World Health Organization has been taking very strict measures to eradicate hepatitis from the world. It is possible because there are curative medicines for hepatitis C. Only that it has to be detected at an early stage before the virus is actually damaged the liver. And if they are diagnosed at the right stage and the people reach the liver specialist, they can be cured of hepatitis C. And finally, the rising and silent pandemic, I would say, is the pandemic of fatty liver. I think we are all aware that every other person getting an ultrasound of the abdomen is showing fatty liver. And till now, even medical practitioners were not very clear about the nature of this disease, the treatment of this disease, and even the treatment options that we had were very limited. And even today, the diagnostic modality for fatty liver is not available all over the country. So I would like to say fatty liver has to be focused because from my own experience, the liver failure due to fatty liver has increased from 5% to 20% in my practice. And if we let it increase, even children are coming with fatty liver. In next 10 or 15 years, we will see many more patients with liver failure due to fatty liver alone. And today we have excellent diagnostic modalities. Simple tests like a liver function test and ultrasound abdomen are the initial tests that are required. And then further we need a fibroscan. And with this assessment, we will be able to advise properly. The next major advancement I would say is about the medications for fatty liver. Till now, the role of diet and exercise has been emphasized very well because they are the first step in the management of fatty liver. A balanced diet, low calorie, high protein diet, and 45 minutes of good aerobic exercise is what is required to maintain a healthy liver and lead a healthy life. But then, in some people, if they are not able to cure fatty liver with these measures, we now have curative medicines. US FDA approved medicines like resmetirom is not available in India yet, but other hormonal therapy medicines like tirzepatide, semaglutide, these are all the latest medications for fatty liver, which as a liver specialist, we have found very successful outcomes. And finally, I would like to say about liver transplantation because I still believe that the awareness about the success of liver transplantation is not present everywhere. Today, it is a very successful treatment for liver failure and liver cancer with almost 95% success rates. Even the recent advancements like the safe living donor liver transplant surgery, where it is a completely safe operation for the liver donor, and even using the robotic techniques in the donor surgery to reduce complications for liver donor, doing liver transplantation across blood group, which is one of the major obstacles in liver donation. And finally, some of the children who develop metabolic disorders, genetic disorders, developmental disorders, they also undergo and need to undergo liver transplantation, and it can be done successfully for children even as small as less than 3 months of age. So today, the liver transplant services are not yet available in Meghalaya, but I'm sure we are working towards it. And till this time, where the complete 360-degree care of liver services are available in Meghalaya, we are always available. The specialists from Appollo Chennai, the liver team, will be visiting Appollo Trinity Medical Center regularly and also available for telemedicine and consultations throughout the year so that people get their liver diseases diagnosed properly and proceed for the appropriate treatment. So the important criteria for donor to recipient compatibility used to be blood group matching, which means O group donor can donate for any blood group recipient, and AB blood group recipient can receive liver from any blood group donor. Apart from that, A used to donate only for A, B used to donate only for B. But today, we have medicines which can decrease these immune reactions against across the blood group. So we are able to successfully do liver transplantation across the blood group. Finally, the essential thing is about the quality of the liver. The liver should not be very fatty. Liver should not have any other disorder. And more than that, if it is a living donor, other important aspects like the structure of the liver. The liver is a single organ but can be divided into the right lobe or the left lobe. This structure should be favorable for division by surgical techniques, and even the calculation of the liver volumes, the draft that is taken should be adequate for the patient, and the remaining liver should be adequate for the donor. But as you all know, liver is one organ, has an amazing regenerative capacity. After removal of 500 grams, the same 500 grams increases within 6 to 8 weeks. Yes, sir. So people generally come to me with symptoms like upper abdominal pain or discomfort and ask for liver test and liver evaluation. But rarely do liver patients come with pain. Their main symptom is related to the functions of the liver. Liver does all kinds of functions: production, detoxification, and storage. What does it produce? It produces bile and it produces all the important proteins of the body. So, whenever the bile production is abnormal, the patient is going with jaundice, because bile is what gives the yellowish color to the skin, eyes, and all the fluids like urine. So jaundice is one of the main symptoms. And if the protein production is decreased, all the body functions, right from blood clotting to growth, the muscles become thinner because the proteins are lost, and general weakness is an important symptom of liver disease. And apart from that, like the detoxification is very defective. So the level of ammonia goes up, and when it affects the brain, the patient starts becoming very drowsy, forgetful, and at an extreme stage can go into a stage of unconsciousness called liver coma. And finally, even storage. All the important energy is stored in the form of glycogen, vitamins, minerals are all stored in the liver. So because the storage is empty, the patient's health gradually deteriorates over time. And apart from this, the other major important symptom is this bloating of the tummy. There is a lot of fluid accumulation in the tummy and the legs. So the patient, even though the muscles are large, his weight is significantly reduced, but the amount of fluid accumulation in the tummy can be so high that we have taken almost even 20 liters of fluid from the belly. This is also a very frequent doubt people have. They tend to think that after transplant they should never go out, or they think it is a very prolonged period, or they should not do normal jobs because after transplant they are not allowed to meet things like that. But I would say this is a myth. Uh, we advise our patients for the first 2 months to have strict restriction in meeting people from outside, from eating food that is prepared from outside. After 2 months, they pretty much students join their educational institution, people go to work, they can get married, have children normally. So 2 months is what the strict restriction that happens. And for the first 1 year, we advise regular investigations every month to check the status and health of the liver. After that, it is reduced gradually to maybe once in 6 months or once in a year. And there, if I do not mention that you were recipient, you will not even be able to identify the people undergone transplant. That much amount of normal life. Or I would say, when they gradually develop liver disease, they tend to become black, pigmentation is dark, or they become very yellow because of the weakness, their general health decreases. But after transplant, they in fact regain their youth. They become fairer, they become stronger, and they become fully energetic. So in liver failure, you can classify them as early, intermediate, and advanced, because liver damage. So if it is, like I said, liver is surplus in the body. If the only 30% of the liver volume is left behind and 70% is removed, still the person would be completely normal. So till the time the liver becomes damaged to around more than 70%, they have no symptoms. So this stage I would call as an early stage. Before they develop any symptoms of liver damage, it is called early stage of liver cirrhosis. And once they have start having symptoms, it is an intermediate stage. And finally, they start developing complications like a liver failure patient can have a kidney failure, you can have problems of the heart, lungs, and everything. So this stage of complications is called advanced or late stage of liver failure. In this, only the early stage of liver disease damage can be managed with medicines. Both the intermediate and even advanced stage of liver damage can be completely cured with liver transplantation. Like I said, has an amazing regenerative capacity, but only till the time it does not become cirrhotic. A cirrhotic liver is a completely shrunken, nodular, very stiff organ compared to a normal liver, as we all know, it's very soft, smooth, and the second largest organ in the body. So once it has become cirrhotic, there is no chance of medical recovery.